Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So today we're going to be going for a boss I've actually never fought before, and I'm not sure it's going to spawn. Gonna be real with y'all. But it is a boss from Home from Lost Monsters, and to get it to spawn, you have to have this Ghostly Chained perk, which you have to get a item, which is a rare drop from a monster that rarely spawns from Home from Lost Monsters. If you get the monster, it's not a guaranteed drop, is my understanding. I just happened to get it the first time I saw it, and once you get that, you have to put it on someone in that run immediately, because otherwise you will sell the item, is my understanding once again. And so I had to put it on someone. I put it on Cheng, our Corsair, and then once you have that Ghostly Chained quirk, you can go back into the cove and fight the drowned captain. Not sure what the drowned captain is, if it's like a rework once again of the crew or whatnot, or if it's something else. We'll go and find out. But that's the plan for today. Go into the cove and fight that boss. The roaming Raiju is also in here, so there's a good chance we're going to also fight him. So we're going to have a bunch of fun today. So obviously the Corsair is going to be in the party, so she's going to be our position 1 because she's going to be dancing. She obviously is the one with the Ghostly Chained quirk, so if she dies before we find the boss, we will not be finding the boss at all. For her skills, we have 1,000 cuts, moving her forward, so she will be dancing with Ghost, our vessel, for rows 1 and 2, and possibly 3. Getaway, moving her back, upping her dodge by 20, upping her damage by 80% if she is stealthed, and on dodge she will stealth herself. We also have Face Me, moving her forward, minusing the damage of anything that she targets by 33% if she is not marked, and upping the damage by 1,000 cuts by 90%, and upping Disembowel's bleed amount by 100%. She also marks herself so that they do full damage to her, and ups her dodge by 20. We then also have Disembowel, which is back by 2, and a 6 for 3 bleed. If I use Face Me and then Disembowel, it's a 12 for 3 bleed. For trinkets, we have a little bit of a odd setup today. We have the Mother's Mask from the Talon Matriarch, so that's plus 2 speed, plus 15 dodge. It's kind of like a upgraded Ancestor's coat. It's 2 speed and no stress on top of what the coat would have done. And then we have the Banshee's Hand Axe from the Banshee boss, so that's plus 15% damage for her melee skills. That's 1,000 cuts, that's Disembowel, and she'll do 15% more damage versus something that is bladed. That's going to come into play later. And she will do plus 15% damage versus anything that's bladed. That will come into play later. We also have Ghost the Vessel. I kind of mentioned that. He has Nail Strike, moving him forward, Piercing Slash, moving him back, doing a little bit of armor piercing, Lacerating Cyclone, bleeding middle 2 rows, shuffling himself and whoever he hits, and Crippling Lunge to get back into the front rows, bypassing guard, moving forward, minusing the target's dodge by 15. For his trinkets, we have Mark of Pride because every single one of his attacks are melee. So his melee attacks get plus 15 accuracy, plus 10% damage, and 4 crit. And then we have the Petrified King's Soul. So he gets plus 20% healing received if Holy Water is in the inventory. I'm not sure I'm going to be taking that yet. I haven't looked at the inventory situation. He has a 5% chance to attack a random target, and on attack hit, he will heal himself 2 for 2 rounds. We then have Lotus, the Sisters. I'm mainly going to be using Trespass. Will always crit versus marked, armor piercing if not in position 1, and bypassing guard. Otherwise, Crimson Dance, which is a bleed 4 for 4, shuffling the single target, 75% damage versus bladed, and armor piercing. And if she's in Sculler mode, I will be using either Weed Out, which will blight and mark, Blossom as a heal, or Bramble to activate a really good riposte. For her trinkets, we have the Dragon's Dance. She does plus 33% damage while she's bladed. She has plus 50% bleeding resistance while she is bleeding, plus 50% blight resistance while blighted, plus 33% bleeding and blight amount while she is bleeding, and unskilled use. She will bleed 1 for 2 while in Scholar, and blight 1 for 2 while in Warrior. So if you kinda dance around, you'll have both, and then be able to do just about everything on her. And then we have the Death Dancer's Scroll, plus 10 accuracy while blighted, plus 100% blight amount versus bladed. On friendly skill, self 1 blight for 3 rounds. So that's like Transform or Shroud. On attack, blight 1 for 3, and on attack hit, Cure Blight. So there's a good chance that she's going to get rid of her Blight resistance here, but there's a good chance that she will also Blight herself. And then finally, we have Uriel the Lamia. I'm going to have to be a little careful with because of a few things, but mainly cleansing tied to heal. So that's 7 to 8 heal before trinkets, also curing bleed and blight. So that's really great for the first two. It could mess up things on the sister, but it also can come in an emergency heal, getting rid of those bleeds and blights. We have Arietta for minusing stress on whoever I want, curing her, and then doing the same to herself. And then if I really want damage, I can do Slither, plus 20 dodge on her, while doing plus 75% damage to either blighted or stunned, and then hiss to get back, so blighting the target and minusing 20 protection. Then that'll throw her back into row 4. For trinkets, we have Caregiver's Ring, so plus 20% healing and stress relief done for minus 20% health. And then we have the last light from the Incandescent Whisperer from the last fight of that, preventing nighttime ambush, so I don't have to worry about using a skill to prevent nighttime ambush. On friendly skills, she'll heal additional 2 HP, buffing the protection of the target by 10, and up the torch by 2. So let's see if we run into the crew or the Raiju. Gonna bring a lot of extra food and some extra shovels here. Torches, keys, medicinal herbs, of course. Think I'm gonna bring some holy water. Want the training ribbons, of course, the anathenums, and we'll bring a yellow hand. I'm kind of tempted to get rid of, you know what, we'll drop a stack of shovels. That way I can bring some amphitheaters for the stress. All right.
Salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares.
So, amphitheater on everyone, that's minus stress, that's plus movement resistance. Training on everyone, that's the accuracy and protection. Anathenum, that's the debuff and plus blight resistance. Everyone can get some use out of that. And then I'm going to yellow hand on Ghost. That's a nice little scout at start. I'm going to go left first. I have a better feeling about that. Leaving that. Alright, Thrall first. We're going to do Getaway. Just for the buff and the stealth, for the damage, all that jazz. Alright, let's Possession. That should blight her, mark her, all that jazz. And then we will Trespass, which is armor piercing. And we'll take out the Maggot.
Begone, fiend.
And now the Pelagic Piranha can't hit Uriel. Then Thrall. Healing up, because I guess we don't have the Blight or anything anymore. And that's our stealth. Oof. Oof, I say.
Ringing ears.
Double oof, I say.
Vision. The end approaches.
You know what? Let's... Oh, we can see what Lace Rating is gonna do. I was hoping to bleed, but... Trespass, Thrall, down.
Give them no quarter.
Kinda surprised she's not blighting herself, but I guess she does have that higher resistance.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Yeah, she's got a 90 bleed and blight resistance, and I'd have to take a look here. It might only be like 100 to 120% chance on the Dragon's stance, so we'll have to see what really happens, but... Alright, Disembowel.
A decisive pummeling.
There's our bleed. 6 bleed. Healing up. And... I guess it's not armor piercing anymore. Unfortunate. What can she do in row 1 from here? Not much. Still Shroud. Piercing.
As the fiend falls,
Got past that armor.
faint hope blossoms.
And now just Piranha left. Trespass.
Their formation is broken. Maintain.
She feels so alive. And then she loses control. Ooh, Jew Tapestry.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Extra shovel, and we'll leave the crusts. Who's good with traps? 90. I mean, dress down on Lotus. Cool. Default party order, torch up, go in here. Then, is this battle gonna be anything? So, I mean, there's 2 fun fights waiting for me here. We got the captain. Ooh, he looks really cool. There's a hole in his chest. This is not what I was expecting at all. Okay, their carpentry. I can take out the carpentry. Interesting. Plus protection. The soaked barrel has plus 25% damage, and the shattered hull has plus damage. But they have no actions. I am confused. Captain is Eldritch and Unholy, has plus damage and protection. So he has 30 protection, 30 dodge, 7 speed. Good bleed resistance, but not totally immune. I mean, he is a corpse. He's not a skeleton. That makes sense. I think what I'm going to start with here is just Getaway. And that way if he hits Ching, she gets extra damage. Just to bypass the protection, I'm going to mark him. And then we'll have Trespass and all that jazz. So we got the mark, we got the blight. That's awesome. She's bleeding. I don't want to get rid of that, so we're going to heal Ghost. Rusty Razor. Well, he went forward. Okay. We're going to Piercing Slash, because that goes through protection. I have a 1% chance to miss.
A singular strike.
There goes a chunk of his health. Capsize. That came out of his chest. That's cool.
Of oblivion.
I can nail strike him. He gets 3 actions, man. That's insane. Avast. Trespass can hit 4, yeah. Alright. That's the plan. He's not marked anymore, but it'll do. Okay, got him blighted. Really need that heal. There we go.
The blood quickens. Precision.
We're just gonna go for the damage. If he happens to miss Ching, she gets stealthed. I'd really like to know what Avast does. It's a debuff and a stress. Okay. Churning Tides. Okay, that stumbles everything. Debuff for move resistance. 99 rounds. Wow. Torch up because I think he got rid of the torch. We're doing Face Me. And popping him with that again. That's some more blight on him. Just adding up, thankfully. I should pop her out of that, to be honest. Healing Ching just in case. Rusty Razor. Crippling Lunge. Man, he has some accuracy. He really has some accuracy. All these characters have a lot of dodge, and he is hitting a lot. Alright, Piercing Slash, go through the protection. I gotta admit, he's really cool. I just noticed, I think he's missing his left hand. Interesting, I say. Okay, we're gonna switch back. Not that this is gonna do much for me. I suppose we're gonna Bramble for now.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Down with the ship. Okay, that's a stress. That's a buff for him for plus dodge for 2 rounds. Okay. I don't think I can hit him when he's there, so...
Confusion. No.
Man, 98 dodge. We had 98 dodge, 90 now, and he still hit her. Holy hell. What is this guy's accuracy? There we go. Okay, Ching, you can do some extra damage to him now, yeah? Or is that... That wore off. We're gonna do Nail Strike just to move forward. I don't want the Lamia going any further up. We're gonna start de-stressing a tad. And then we're gonna Possession again, and we're gonna Trespass. Like, I know we're not gonna get the mark, so we're not gonna probably crit. Oh, there we go. That was fun.
Destroy them.
I wonder what would happen if we would have destroyed all that stuff, but kind of want to see what happened also if I just beat him first. Oh, got a ruby.
This expedition at least promises success.
Heal her because she's going to take some damage pretty quickly. Deteriorating Bracer kind of makes sense for, like, what the captain was, but I'm going to leave that. Alright, default order, please. And let's continue on. Owie. Medicinal herbs.
Finding the stuff is
Heal a bit more. Gonna get rid of this shovel for the emeralds there. And we're gonna get rid of the accuracy stone for the jade. Torch. Okay. That's lace rating. Then get away. It's all gonna make sense in a moment, even though that bloated thrall's right there. Gonna heal her. Then we're gonna Bramble, just get the riposte. And she's got the damage over time again.
Improvement.
We'll see what happens. Because these two might hurt. Again, pull Ghost. I was actually kind of hoping to have a crippling lunge for the thrall there, but that's fine. Haha, joke's on you. Alright, take out.
Obliterated.
The crit works. Actually works.
Unnerved. Unbalanced.
Oh, that changes things. Take out Thrall, please. We need to Blossom, and that's not even gonna do enough. Shite. Shite, shite, shite. I don't have... It's always a bad situation when that happens to the healer. Like, yes, I have a side healer, but as you can see, the side healer is a restoration healer. And it's a 4 for 3. I don't have any plus healing or anything like that, I believe. Nothing on quirks or anything like that. So she's going to need to survive a death's door check because of that crit. There's nothing I can do about it. So, possession. And we're gonna trespass. And watch me lose it. Ooh. Get rid of the bleed, please. Alright. Cultist. What am I saying? They're both cultists. Oh, this is gonna get him. Really? 1 health before... Grumble, grumble, grumble. Alright, well, trespass again. Just the frenzied cultist left. Who, we really need to take care of. There we go. Ghosty got it. He's got us.
These nightmarish creatures
Can leave all that.
They can be beaten.
Alright. Key. Leaving that. Didn't scout. I suppose we'll go down for now.
Another mariner. Another misfortune. The way.
Alright. Can we heal up off this?
We require only the strength to follow it.
Really tempted to get rid.
Struck. A blazing.
You know, I really don't need the gold. Let's keep the supplies, keep it smart, and that way I can keep the torch high and not have to, like, accidentally, run back because of the torches. Like, if I get that fog wall again. Huh? What in the unholy hell is this? Rock Clam. Home for Lost Monsters? Home for... Excuse me while I yeah, it's right there on the Home for Lost Monsters page. I've just never seen these little guys before. They're a little creepy. Look at all... Oh, that is such a cool detail. So, these eyes are blinking, but so are, like, these eyes and these eyes. I don't think I've seen these ones blink. Oh, yeah, they're blinks. That is such a cool detail. Holy hell, whoever animated these things, great job. Every single eye on these things is blinking. That is so creepy. That is so creepy. Anyway, now that I'm done gushing about these things and, like, done being creeped out by them, disembowel. Let's get it bleeding. Then piercing slash. Let's hit the stinger. If we take it out, we're good.
Eradicated.
Then possession, and we'll trespass onto the rock clam. I know I'm not going to be armor piercing, but you know we can still do damage. We blighted it. one left and we get to see what it does. I think that's good. We get to see what it does, right? Ink shot. Well, it could have debuffed me and it lowered my light.
Unforgiving.
Oh. Oh, away you go, sir. Nice meeting you. Okay, I do have to pop into one of the forums after this and, like, tell them great job on that thing. We're going to torch up because what that did, and we're going to leave the rest because I do want to keep all my stock just to, like, get through the dungeons safely, because I don't have anti-venoms or anything like that. Alright, popping back up, we're going to default party order. I got to keep an eye on that.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Oh, there's a Stingray. Don't see him too often, but you do see him every once in a while. We can still bleed him, so we're going to disembowel. So that's a 6 bleed. This time, just so I can armor pierce the maggot, we're going to keep Ghost in front. Possession. Trespass, hit maggot. I'm really tempted to do Crimson Dance actually to bleed both of them, but it probably won't stick. Maggot down.
Impunity.
Healing up. Let's look at shot this little thing there. Anyway, 1,000 cuts. Let's do some damage. That didn't do too much damage. It's not great when they're doing as much damage as me, and they have so much more health. We're gonna crippling lunge onto the Stingray.
Powerful blow. A brilliant confluence.
And then we're gonna Crimson Dance them, which bleeds and shuffles, and because of my Death Dancer scroll, might blight, which it did, which is nice. Stingray goes down. Bosun down. That's a win for me, not for the fishies.
Prodigious size alone does not
Hey, no bleed or blight.
blade.
I'm surprised that the sisters aren't like more stressed out right now considering their whole mechanic.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Another jute tapestry, man. Alright, well, can't use the anti-venom on anyone, or I would. We don't have a bandage. I would like to take the jute tapestry. So because I'm trying to keep stuff, let's get rid of the jade for now. Leave the money.
Gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in
Hey, goblins. Hetty. Hetty, what happened? I immediately see Goblin Sappers D. I'm like, oh no, oh no, something drastically bad has happened. Anywho, back to this. Just had to let Hetty know. Alright, disemboweled only hit the bloodletter. Oh wait, he's stealth, I can't hit him. We'll see what we can do, get away. We can do piercing slash on the big guy. Not really. He hit me with the 78 dodge. I love that so much. Alright, he is out of stealth. That's good. I have the chance of taking him out. I have two ideas. Either way, I have to go into possession, so we'll see what happens. Oh, I can't Crimson Dance from here. Ha 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 ha. That takes out that plan. So I either have to crit or top end hit, like max hit for this, to take out the Goblin Sappers. Well, let's go. Okay, it's blighted. So, what I could do here is throw caution to the wind, which I am known for doing. Or I can just say, let the goblins go boom and have their fun. Or what's their movement resistance? What's their movement? Let's go.
Gnawing uncertainty, the birthplace of dread.
Shuffle, please. Oh, that did not work as intended. That did not work as intended. I read that as... I knew in the back of my head that self-shuffle. For some reason, I was reading that as shuffle target. I don't know why. And that didn't stun him either because 500 stun resistance. Okay, she, this is not going to work correctly. Oh, hell. Well, we can take out the Sappers. 5 speed, 8 speed. Yeah.
Decimated.
Best not to gamble on that. Let's hiss, let's go back.
Devastating blow.
I make mistakes all the time, folks. What you do with the mistake? No, he really doesn't like the Lamia.
Body and brain.
Alright, 1,000 cuts. Let's take out the big guy.
The beast, the greater the glory.
Let's have some fun with him, yeah? No, let's heal up because she's at half and bleeding. And then we can have fun with him. Crimson Dance, get him bleeding. He's blighted. He's not having a good day. And Crippling Lunge.
Destroyed.
Take the ruby.
Success so clearly in view.
Can actually use the bandage for once.
Really a trick of the light.
1 for 3. Yeah, we're fine. I was thinking about maybe using one of the firewoods. Because 1, 2, possibly 3, 4, and then we got all the fights down there. So, screw it, let's do it. Feast for the stress and the health.
It's a goal without hope.
Gonna hone the blade on Ghost for 2. Warrior Heart, plus damage, plus bleed chance. Reminder that we do not need to prevent nighttime ambush because of last light. Cure blight, cure disease. No one has a disease I need to cure. This is Warpstone Tended, which, because of a recent update to Vermintide, actually has minus disease resistance on it now, by the way. So let's see. On Your Feet might actually be really good. Plus accuracy for battles. Then I can do Sail by the Stars for scouting chance. And then plus 8 crit and crit versus marked. Let's do it. So Sail by the Stars. No quarter. On Your Feet. Oh, On Your Feet is a 1 companion thing. Who needs the accuracy the most? 115, 110. We'll do it on the sisters. Not that they totally need the accuracy, but it could be a thing. Another jute tapestry, man. Raiju. Hold it. Hey, big guy. Okay. Get away. I want that dodge. Piercing slash. Get through the protection. There's a 5th of his health. Poor Ghosty. That hurts. Also plus crits received because of his thing there. We're going to Bramble for the riposte. That works for the entire battle, I believe. Ooh! Double on Ghost. Well, healing. And that's Virtue. Alright. Well, he gets 3 actions, so let's not bother marking him, but we can trespass Armor Pierce. Or we can Crimson Dance. But I would really like to Crimson Dance and do the bleed to him. But it's only a like 32% chance to blight or bleed him, so Armor Pierce and blight. Then face me, so 1,000 cuts does more. Piercing. Ooh, he got an Aegis from that. Good dodge. And Aegis gone. I'm gonna let that ride. And we're gonna go crazy.
The horror.
Slither. 2 damage versus blighted. That was not the best plan. That was not the best plan.
Terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
Both healers are stunned and one's about to bite the bullet, I think. Crippling lunge. $1,000 cuts for the damage. really don't want to... I want her to take as less damage as possible, so thankfully she's not bleeding anymore. We're going to Crippling Lunge again. I would really like for the Lamia, okay, never mind, to be in rank 3, but that's not going to be a thing. So we're going to Hiss to go back. Thousand cuts going forward. He's got 20 health left. And Afflict. I do like the colors on him when he's like fully like this in the Cove. Good Trespass won't even take him out anymore, will it? What's the debuff? Plus crits received. See, the thing is, most of my heroes are faster. We're gonna gamble. Oh, he still has the action though. That was not a bright idea. Hey, he missed, and then Riposte got him.
The turning point.
Holy hell, money! Hey, Lotus, eat. What even? I don't even. I'm half through the dungeon and I have 6 jute tapestry and a glint of gold. We can get rid of the keys at this point because, like, what are they gonna get me? At most, a secret room that's gonna be worth a little more than the jute tapestry, which I do not need the money. So that's 1,300 or 3,006. So a full stack of emeralds is worth a jute tapestry, by the way, if I can math, because 2 is worth 1,500, 4 is worth 3,000. I can stack them to 6. So, like, I really should just get rid of the emerald. Or I can get rid of the medicinal herbs and just do that. Okay. Default order, and we have a battle room. Because why not? At this point, what's all left in the Cove? Orcadian, the crewmen of the preacher can't appear.
Annihilated.
Trying to think of what else might be a wandering boss that can appear in here. I think it's just those two. Chirurgeon. Chirurgeon can appear.
The ground quakes.
Actually, let's lace rating because I think the piranha goes down anyway. And then we'll heal Lotus.
Soothed. Sedated.
Bypassing guard. I love doing that. Trespass. Yeah, that didn't hurt too bad. And 1,000 cuts. That one didn't do too much. Then we can heal.
fight falters.
And pop. Okay. Oh man. Hey, another emerald.
A trifling.
Think of what would happen if I took all the onyxes. I got 2 at this point. But once again, don't really need the gold. I'll get these on the way back. Hey. So why was one D and why is the other stealth bombers? Because one started with stealth and the other didn't? Okay. So let's lace rating because I can bleed both of these two. Stealth bombers down. 1,000 cuts. Let's get the piranha so he doesn't pull Uriel. That's not a thing. Okay. Well, he missed anyway, healing Lotus. Might start de-stressing her soon. Gonna go into Warrior. And we're gonna Dragon Dance. Bleeding both of them and blighting both. And champion bleeds out. The cultist champion. Thousand cuts. Just hitting who we can. Doing a little bit of damage. We're gonna trespass. Bypassing guard, hitting the piranha. He bleeds out. De-stressing. Got the heal because of the last light there.
Your death by inches.
And Pelagic champion left. So, I mean, it's what Ghost can do, so Nail Strike, unfortunately, not Piercing Slash. Just to get Lotus out of rank 1. Because we want her doing Trespass. I wasn't sure who was going to go first there. Because then she has full armor piercing. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll leave all that.
Seize this momentum.
Could use the
Push on to the task's end.
what is it? The holy water, but oh well.
Well,
Leaving the money, because realistically, what am I gonna give up for it?
Alike.
Taking the ruby, we'll use some of that food and leaving the money. Not sure I would trust that food. Not sure how long it's been sitting in there. And we'll just go down to this half. Not sure how many battle rooms are going to be there. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I forgot about this. Ah, well. I guess I didn't go this way. I didn't forget about it. But I forgot that they were in here and got rid of the medicinal herbs.
Corruption.
Leaving the money, don't really need it. We can eat. And here is battle room. Classic Mako. At least this time it doesn't have 2 things guarding it, which was what made one of those fights go horribly long. I'm going to take out the paralyzing stinger first so it doesn't shocker us and stun us. We're gonna do getaway for the damage. If it hits us and then we dodge, we're in great position. Well, you tried. Plus crits received against the Madman, so we can just take it out in one, bringing him forward. Possession. And then trespass and hopefully take him out. We tried. Blight and then cured the blight. Alright, Madman down. Also no corpse for him, which is awesome. Plus crits received against Mako. He's got a little extra protection now, which kinda sucks. Face me, so we do extra damage against him. And trespass again.
Diminished.
Alright, crippling lunge. Everyone else is kind of where I want them. Trespass. Blighted for a little bit more. 85 health left. And we'll see what he... Well, I guess not. Plus crits received, and then we'll see what he does. Might have to heal what he does. Yeah, that hurt a bit. Just go through the protection. Huge hit. Then we do Ward by 2, so I get armor piercing there, healing. And trespass. I was hoping that would do a bit more, but no crit. At least we got the armor piercing part of it. Alright, moving forward, getting Lotus out of rank 1. Crippling lunge. Trespass.
The cursed champion falls. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates.
Using some food.
Fall.
Checking for a mimic. It's double chance that he's going to appear in the cove. That's why I'm like, it's probably the mimic. Oh, Ghost is stunned.
Festering fear.
Oh well. Moving forward. That's not the greatest. Still only one bleed, alright. It's only got 2 actions, so we're gonna bramble and mark it. Too bad we didn't get the blight. The veil. We're gonna hiss to move back.
Returns even the boldest gaze.
There's the blight. And Ghost is unfortunately stunned. Then 1,000 cuts. Oh, that's not good. Slither, extra damage versus blighted. We're gonna need it. Unfortunately, that makes Ghost talk.
Exposed to
Ow!
a killing blow.
Ghost, why? Can't do the thing I wanted to do because that would risk Ghost, but I'm gonna... Actually, I can't even do it anyway, so just trespassing for the crit. So, 8 blight, 24 health to go. Ghosty, no. I have to go all in. I have to make sure Ching doesn't take damage. Shite. At least a dodge. Ignored the mark, all that jazz.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic.
The glint of gold.
Unless inordinate
Little traitor.
sanguination be considered a virtue.
Yeah, I don't have anything that's until camp, and all my buffs have worn off. We're gonna do this. Take the trapezohedrons, eat until or feast.
A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Then Hone Blade once again. I don't think I have anything to get rid of the bleeding. That's a self-only heal, self-only heal. You don't have a self-heal, and you only have a self-only thing. Okay, so Warrior's Heart for plus damage. You already did your plus damage. Gonna stock Prey for Monsters Surprised. Got Sailed by the Stars. Actually, we'll do no quarter for the crit. And then we will rest.
As the light gains purchase,
Default party order.
are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
And moving on along. Let's see what happens. That is a 4 for 1 bleed, so we can eat it. Yeah. And then we'll just heal in the next fight. Like this.
Watch your step.
This shouldn't be bad. They're, except for the stingers, which we surprised somehow, we're faster. So disemboweling one of the maggots, bleeding it out. Piercing slash one of the maggots.
Back to the pit.
And then we'll try to get one of the stingers here. Well, at least it should be blighted. And we can get it next round. Then Cleansing Tide, Healing Ching. And next time we clean up. Just don't gotta worry about the maggot. One hit should take out Stinger 1, and then we can worry about Stinger 2. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to heal, but... Okay, lacerating, hitting bow. 1 down. 2 down. Ah ha ha. And Maggot bleeds out, so like, I don't need to do damage, but the taking it out is extra. Take the ruby. And at this point, I probably don't need all these torches, so we'll go with that. Default party order. Move on along. Too bad I don't got a key for that, but once again, really don't need the money. Take the shovel. Take that. Splits evenly. 90 and 90 will have you 90% chance to disarm that.
Glorious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed
Oh,
by his own
speak of the devil. I was talking about him not too long ago. Okay, 33 protection, so we'll piercing slash. Then we will face me for the dodge. Make sure he does less damage, do extra damage to him.
mortality
Really?
clarified in a single strike.
And then she's gonna go next. Oh no. Get rid of that bleed. That was pure luck. We're gonna bramble this one actually. And then we'll possession next turn.
Weakened.
Okay, crippling lunge. That's more damage. Okay, I was thinking of doing something else, but Yeah, we'll still do this. Then healing because health low. Very nice dodge. Possession we go. Not gonna bleed him, so trespass. We're gonna get afflicted. Yeah, just more damage. Meant to do crippling lunge, but that works. De-stressing, clearing horror. That works. Unfortunate about the stun. Nice little attack back, thankfully. Crippling lunge. Do some extra damage. No quarter was given. And transform. De-stressing again. Just smack that snake and chop its head off. 36 health to go.
How quickly the tide turns.
A lot less than that now. Crippling lunge again. Base me to go forward. Emergency heal. I was gonna say, if it hits Lotus, we win, but I think we still get the trespass hit, and then we got it. Well, can take the gun for the foreigner. I think that sells for more. And leave the rest. Default party order. Torch up. Continue on along. Battle right there. Chained giant. Some bandits. So I'm gonna go straight into getaway because their accuracy is horrible. Piercing slash on the giant. Gonna heal. This is gonna hurt like hell, but we're gonna do it anyway and Crimson Dance and hopefully hit. Oh, I can't do that. Uh-oh. Oh, he's blighted. I always forget about the positioning for Crimson Dance. I always think it's 3 and 1, not 2 and 4. But hits 1 and 3 is the thing. Okay. We're going to disembowel hitting you because we have some nice little dodge there. We got our dodge a second time. Going forward with Nail Strike. Healing, because we're gonna get riposted. Not much I can do about it. Ouchie. Crimson Dance. Now, unfortunately, if the Fusilier hits, we're a little screwed.
Madness, our old friend.
Yep, I saw that coming.
In the pursuit.
I was hoping we would dodge the riposte. I make bad calls with these sisters. I'm gonna point that out, but then I also have slightly bad luck with them. We're not going into rank 3 with the vessel just because I want her able to heal. These giants suck, man. 1,000 cuts. They're tanky. They got some dodge, and then that riposte until turn 3 sucks. Or turn 4, rather. Alright, well. Oh, I have how many battles left? Okay. I don't see a hallway thing, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And then the sapphires for the Death Dancer scroll. Actually, no. Shovels over this just in case. Alright. At least it's not another giant. Alright, let's get through one of them. That's a thing I was willing to do. Then let's go on the Urchin, and then we have the Abyssal Slater left. This is gonna suck, but let's hiss, blight it, minus the protection on it.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Alright. Let's chew through his health. He's blighted. I meant to hit Slither there, but nonetheless, 12 blight will help. There we go. Torch. Default. Think you're good with traps.
Packs laden often low on supplies.
Now we're good. Okay. Moving on along. Once again, you're good with traps. Torch. Fight. Slightly bigger fight. Okay. So, you can go at the Stinger. You can take out the Urchin. Transform, hiss at these two. That way, Stinger goes down to Blight and Slater gets blighted. I think that's a good plan. Okay, we're gonna just do extra damage to him because we have the Banshee's Hand Axe. We do extra damage versus Blighted. I think that's a better plan than trying to Blight for a 40% chance. Oh, hit the wrong one. Hissing, blighting both. Darn. I wanted to take out the Tidemaster with Ching, but that's not going to work. So Slither, Slater down. And take out Tidemaster. There we go.
It is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Healing up with food, leaving crest. Default party order, please. When she's used aggressively, the Lamia can be really good. I am pointing that out. I just generally don't because of the horror attached to it. Oh boy. I don't remember the Primarch too well. We'll see what happens. We are going to disembowel for the bleed, hitting the... We're going to go for the Invigilators. I remember Big Iron. I don't remember Primarch. Didn't get the bleed. Once again, going for the hiss. Got the blight. One goes down unless he can do something. That's minus damage, minus death blow resistance.
This is how a
Sir.
life is taken.
Okay, you're on my shit list. You're going down. Oh, I can't because they do so much freaking damage. Okay, 1,000 cuts. We're going at the one that doesn't have her post yet. Okay, Slither hit the Primarch. Crippling Lunge hit the Invigilator. Please crit, crit. Thank you. They're going at Uriel. Thousand cuts, Primarch, let's take him out. Slither taking him out, good job. Lace rating, let's get the Invigilator. 14 health left. He can't hit the broadside of a barn, he's not taking us out. Taking the key. We can go back to the secret room. Hopefully that is. All right. Well, unfortunately, Lotus, the sister's down, but we did get quite a few things in here. Didn't think I would get the drowned captain in this estate, so I mean, that's a bonus.
Wholesome.
Got another glint of gold for completing the quest.
If indeed there is such a thing.
On top of the 15,000. So, 52,700 gold for collected treasure, bringing that to 67,790 for completing it with the quest reward, bringing that to 77,000 with the glint of gold after I sell it. And then I had 87,000 with the other glint of gold I have, because that's not counted with the collected treasure. Holy shit. So Lotus died. Venomous on Uriel, which is actually kind of good, all things considered, plus damage while blighted. And she can dish out a ton of damage. And then she got Lithe, and she already has a bunch of dodge, so I'm locking that in. Resilient on Ghost, that's kind of whatever. Phantom Touch plus Blight Chance, replacing Eagle Eye. Now, if this was on a different hero, this would be amazing. I think this might actually be from Captain, because I don't remember this being from anything else, and it's one hero per roster. Unfortunately, Jing, our Corsair, does not have a blight on her, so unless I'm putting a trinket on her that gives her a blight chance, that's like worthless.
Curiosity, interest, and obsession. Mile markers on my road to damnation.
And this is something that I have been waiting for so long. I didn't know when or if this would happen. Cult's presence. The cult you so desperately fought in your homestead have returned once more. New manor quest available. So remember when I said that there would be a new repeatable manor quest later down the road? This is it. Kill one cultist archpriest. So I can go back and beat this boss. I've never actually gone in. I should take that back. I went and did this at one point. I don't remember like what all this entails, but if you go and do this it counts as a darkest dungeon. So kind of like the mana here, the heroes that go to fight this will not be able to go to the darkest dungeon. So do keep that in mind if you have the mana installed. I'm not sure why it takes so long to like become available, but you saw how many weeks ago it was for me to do the manner. I don't even remember what that was. Like, I'm on week 181 here, and that was even after the manner. So like 30 weeks have passed, bare minimum, and just here it's popping up. So I really don't know what the conditions are for this popping up, but here you go. Excommunicate the Archpriest. The cult's highest members have been spotted roaming around the hallways of your ancestry. If you defeat him, the cult might fall apart for good. It's another darkest. It's in the darkest dungeon. That's why it has this little thing. It's just coding thing. You get the mask of the cult, or I'm not sure if this changes. Can't be marked. 5 protection, -10 crits received, and minus virtue chance. So that is another thing on the list to go do. That'll be the plan. We'll go from there, and we'll see how that all goes. So, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.